Hello students, today we will start class 7th geography chapter 2 inside our earth. As we know that the earth is basically a watery planet with nearly 71% of its surface covered with water and the remaining 29% is land. There are 7 huge land masses called the continents and 5 vast oceans. So, in this chapter, we will read about the layers of earth, the types of rocks and minerals. Layers of the earth. Our earth consists of several concentric layers like the layers of an onion. We may broadly classify the earth into three main layers. First, crust, mantle, and the third one is core. Core is further subdivided into two, that is outer core and inner core. Now we will understand the first layer of the earth, that is crust. The crust is the outermost or the topmost solid layer of the earth. It is the thinnest of all the layers and its average thickness is about 35 kilometers on the continental masses, that is continental crust, and about 5 kilometers on the oceanic masses, that is oceanic crust. So now first we will understand what is continental crust and oceanic crust with the help of a diagram. Oceanic crust is found under oceans and its average thickness is about 5 kilometers, whereas the continental crust is that part of the crust that makes up the earth's surface and its average thickness is around 35 kilometers. The continental crust is made up of silica and alumina, hence it is called Sial, whereas the oceanic crust is made up of silica and magnesium, hence it is called Sima. The contact zone of crust and mantle is called Moho discontinuity. Now we will see with the help of a diagram. In the layer of lithosphere, the contact zone of the crust and mantle is known as Moho discontinuity or Mohorovičić discontinuity. Now we will discuss about the second layer of the earth, that is mantle. The mantle layer lies beneath the crust and is made up of molten rocks. It extends about 2900 kilometers deep and the average temperature is around 2200 degrees Celsius. Based on its chemical composition, it is divided into the upper mantle and the lower mantle. The upper mantle is also known as asthenosphere and the contact zone of mantle and core is known as Gutenberg discontinuity. Now we will see this zone with the help of a diagram. Below the lithosphere is a layer of upper mantle called the asthenosphere and the contact zone of mantle and core is known as Gutenberg discontinuity. Now we will discuss about the third layer of the earth, that is core. Core is the innermost, hottest and the densest layer of the earth and it has a radius of about 3400 kilometers. The core is subdivided into two parts, the inner core and the outer core. The inner core is under tremendous pressure and it remains solid, but the outer core is molten. Both the parts are composed of mostly nickel, that is Ni, and iron, that is Fe. Thus, the core is also called as knife. Types of rocks. The earth's crust is made up of different types of rocks. Rocks may be classified into three categories on the basis of their origin. First, igneous rocks, sedimentary rocks, and metamorphic rocks. Igneous rocks. Igneous rocks are also called primary rocks because they were formed first. They are subdivided into two, intrusive igneous rocks and extrusive igneous rocks, and some common examples are basalt and granite. Now we will understand what are intrusive igneous rocks and extrusive igneous rocks. Intrusive igneous rocks are formed inside the earth when magma cools very slowly, and as a result these rocks are coarse grained and form large crystals, whereas extrusive igneous rocks are formed when magma erupts and lava cools fast on reaching the earth's surface As a result, these rocks are fine-grained and form small crystals. Sedimentary rocks are those rocks which are layered or stratified, and they are formed with the agents of running water, wind, or glacier. These agents break and erode the igneous and other rocks and transport them to a certain place where they are deposited. The deposition of such material occurs in layers. These rocks consist of a number of layers and often contain fossils of animals and plant life. These rocks are comparatively soft. They are classed into the following subtypes: mechanically formed sedimentary rocks, chemically formed sedimentary rocks, organically formed sedimentary rocks. Mechanically formed sedimentary rocks. When the rocks are exposed to weather changes and to other agents of erosion, they are broken and thus carried away to a particular site where such material is deposited in layers, and thus this type of rocks are formed. Sandstone, shale, clay, gravel, etc. are the examples of such rocks. Chemically formed sedimentary rocks. These rocks are formed by the process of evaporation of water containing mineral salts in the solution. In deserts or shallow lakes, water gets evaporated, leaving behind a layer of salts. These salts get consolidated into sedimentary rocks. Common salt, gypsum, potash, and nitrates are some of the examples of chemically formed sedimentary rocks. Organically formed sedimentary rocks. These rocks are formed by the accumulation of the remnant parts of organisms, plants, and animals. Coal, limestone, chalk, etc. are some of the examples of this type of rocks. Metamorphic rocks. The meaning of metamorphic is changed. These rocks are either igneous or sedimentary rocks, which have undergone a change due to excessive heat or pressure. This change of one type of rock to another is called metamorphic rocks. For example, due to excessive heat, limestone changes into marble, coal changes into granite. Metamorphic rocks are very hard and also affect the texture or layer patterns of the rocks. Rock cycle. The rock cycle is the process by which rocks of one kind change into rocks of another kind. Now we will see the process with the help of a diagram. When the molten magma cools, it solidifies to become igneous rock. These igneous rocks are broken down into small particles called sediments that are transported and deposited to form sedimentary rocks. When the igneous and sedimentary rocks are subjected to heat and pressure, they change into metamorphic rocks. The metamorphic rocks, which are still under great heat and pressure, melt down to form molten magma. This molten magma again cool down and solidify into igneous rocks. Thus, this cycle of change from one type of rock to another is called rock cycle. Minerals. Now let's understand what are minerals. Rocks are made of substance called minerals. They occur naturally on the earth or deep inside it, which have certain physical properties and definite chemical compositions. Some minerals are used as fuels, for examples coal, natural gas, and petroleum. Some are used in industries like iron, aluminium, gold, uranium, etc. And some are also used in medicines and fertilizers, etc.